All right, so honestly, I'm making this video right here for my younger self. Like, I wish when I was growing up, somebody told me what I'm about to tell you right now, because there's a lot of information on the internet and there's a lot of ways to find stuff. But I feel like the more I can contribute and help somebody to kind of figure stuff out, I feel like I'm playing my part because I don't have a direct mentee or somebody I can teach these things to. So if I can teach you, if I can teach you one thing, then yeah, that'll be it for me. So let me just start off by saying money isn't everything. Like, it honestly isn't. And I feel like when you start making money, you'll kind of realize that all the things that you thought were going to disappear, all the problems you thought were going to just magically go poof, they don't. But what I will say is you need money to enjoy like a base level of like life. And also, until you kind of have it, it will be your all and everything. But just as a disclaimer, it's not going to solve all your problems. It will make you a bit more comfortable. And I want to help you to get to one aspect right out the way. I'm still trying to figure out the other part, but if I can help you make some more money, yeah. So let's start off what I do if I was in my 20s and I never know what I want to do. So the first thing I'm going to say is, for all these steps, you have to set goals. Reason why you have to set a goal is because if you don't have a goal, you're going to walk around aimlessly. Now, a goal is just specific to you. Do not get caught up into what you think you're supposed to be doing. Do not get caught up into what other people are telling you to do. First thing I'll say is I did not complete college. So if you're looking for like career advice in terms of like getting a 9 to 5 job, I'm not the best person to help you with that. I run a full-time business. I'm a freelancer. I think college can be helpful for some people, but as somebody that had to drop out of college because I couldn't afford it, I cannot give you advice about college. So if that's what you're looking for, click off. But if you're maybe interested in being an entrepreneur or starting a business, then I feel like I can help you. So yeah, remember, we're setting goals. So the idea is going to be a SMART goal. There is an acronym for a SMART goal. Specific, measurable. Let's look it up. I don't want to tell you guys crap. 1 second. I mean, the overachievers here will probably know what it means already. But let me just look it up for maybe those of you that don't know. Okay, so for a goal to be a SMART goal, has to be specific, which means you're going to know the details of what you want. Has to be measurable so that you can compare it and see if there's growth. It has to be attainable. And I'm going to use attainable loosely because I feel like everything is attainable. We set imaginary limits. There's no limit. You can do everything. The only thing that's stopping you from doing everything is time. If you weren't gonna die, you'd be able to do everything you wanted to do. But because you have a limited amount of time, the only thing stopping you is just being alive. So once you're alive, you can do it. Relevant, which means it has to apply to what you're trying to do, and timely, which means that you have to have a timeline. You can't just say, I want to do this and then stretch it out forever because, again, limited time. So assume that you don't know what you want to do, which was me actually. The first thing you have to do is try a bunch of different things. Like, I wish when I was younger, to be fair though, I did try a bunch of stuff, but I wish somebody kind of really showed me that I could really try a lot of different things, because when I was trying stuff when I was younger, it was predominantly out of desperation. So I wasn't necessarily trying things that I enjoyed the most. I was more so trying things that would have made me the most money. Now, again, I'm telling you this not as a spiritual person or as a, I don't know, I don't know what I'm telling you as, but the long and short of it is everything and anything can make you money. Preferably, you want to do something that you actually enjoy. Don't try to do something that is just all for the money. Of course, you want a good high paying skill, but if you don't enjoy it, it's going to be annoying having to do this constantly and not get any kind of love or passion from it. So if I could go back in time, which I'm doing that through you, I'm living vicariously through you. So if you listen to this, yeah, just tell me, say you love what you do. But yeah, like, try different things. So like, if it's music, like I used to like music. I used to want to be, well, I still like music, but I used to have an ambition or like a drive to be like a musician. So like, try an instrument. If you want to be a producer, like a music producer, like try downloading a software, try experimenting. Like, I hate when people say that they don't know what they want to do or they can't do it or whatever, because it's like, oh, did you try? Like, did you actually set aside some time? So it's like, think of a bunch of different things that you could see yourself doing and then try them. If you don't have any idea where to start, call some of your friends. Maybe be like, hey, based off because sometimes honestly, we have a perception of ourselves, other people have a perception of us. Call some of your closest friends and be like, yo, bro, what do you see? Like, if you could think of me doing anything, what do you see me as? I listen to it, and maybe you'll hate the idea. And if you hate the idea, don't do it. But maybe you'll be like, that sounds interesting. Try it. Go look on the internet. Look on stuff to try. Just try different things. The thing is, you have to go at some point decide. But I feel like the more you try, you can really figure out, okay, do I want to commit to this or not? Your trial and error part, I don't want to give you like a set timeline, because honestly, it might take you a while to figure out what you want to do or what you want to commit to. For me, I eventually decided to commit to photography and videography, and honestly, I love what I committed to. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, clients stress me out. Sometimes the business stresses me out, but it's like you get a certain level of freedom as a freelancer and an entrepreneur. And because of the kind of job that I have, I've gotten to meet all kinds of people, like people that I used to look up to. I've casually gotten to meet them. I've gotten to travel. So yeah, like think about what it is that you like and think of how it can fit into your career. So for me, I'm very big on like freedom. Like, and sometimes freedom is like a mind thing, because when you're an entrepreneur, you don't really, like, you think you're free, but you're not free because you have deadlines and stuff. But it's like you feel a level of like control. So it's easy for me to get that little balance. But yeah, find your skill, practice your skill, decide if you want to commit to your skill, right? So now you have the skill. We're going to step 2. You have the skill. You've been doing it for a while. Now you need to get extremely proficient. Now, I wish that I could have, go back in time. Well, let me stop wishing I go back in time. I'm great. I'm currently happy right now. I'm okay, right? So if I had a mentor back then, they'd have told, I wish they'd, damn it, I keep saying I wish. But I'm telling you right now, to get good very fast, do not be afraid to invest. And by invest, I'm going to say invest in courses, invest in mentors. And if you don't have to pay for a mentor, just get a mentor. If you can find someone that does what you want to do, go ask them to work for them for free, or ask them to apprentice and study under them, even if you can get paid for it. But the idea is you want to kind of grow by directly going under somebody's wing. I get a lot of heat from friends and people I know because they hate the idea of spending on like online learning and like course materials. And honestly, I'm gonna have to thank somebody very important to me, or somebody that kind of put me on, because I was not very big on paying for certain things. Like, I love to read, I love to learn, but I'm just like, why am I paying for it when stuff is free on the internet? That was my logic. And then I kind of realized, yeah, stuff is free, but honestly, people put a lot more effort into things when they sell it to you. I can tell that personally. Like, I put more effort into my higher paying clients because there's more of a benefit for me. And I'm not saying that I don't put effort into my other clients, but if someone is paying you like triple what another person is paying you, obviously you're going to be more concerned about, that kind of work, because it's just like you feel more, when there's more money involved, you naturally are going to feel more pressure. So yeah, like if somebody's going to teach you and somebody's teaching you for free, usually the person that is paywalling or charging to teach you is going to be more incentivized to teach you more. And then honestly, you also have to understand that sometimes even if it's just one extra bit of information, that can make a drastic difference. So for me, I've done lots of free courses and learned lots of stuff from YouTube, right? But if I can boost myself by getting like a direct layout, a study guide of exactly the steps. Because for instance, I'm giving this out on YouTube to you guys right now, right? But let's say I was creating a paid course. Maybe I would spend 3-4 hours like really noting down every single step-by-step detail, because I'm charging you, because I'm giving this to you for free. I'm still gonna make an effort, but obviously I'd have to factor in that I have to give you even more value because I'm charging you. So it's just like, don't be afraid to invest money into yourself and into whatever venture you're going into, because if you really want to be successful, you can't be cheap. Like, if you're cheap about it, you're limiting yourself, and it means you don't believe in yourself. Because if you're not willing to invest in yourself, what are you willing to invest in? Like, as I've gotten old and I've said certain stuff to people, I kind of get disappointed and I realize, these people really don't believe in themselves enough to invest into their own thing. And obviously, I don't expect you to be rich. I'm not saying to throw money at every opportunity that you see, but I'm just saying you have to be open to spend, to grow. Like the big giants in the game, the people that you look up to, that you aspire to be like, they had to pay to play. That's gonna be like a major thing. So like, grow out of this mindset of trying to do everything for cheap. If it means you have to like work hard to afford to pay for something that's going to advance you, then do it. And it's funny because I'm not the biggest proponent of like college education, but the difference with a course is that the course is much shorter and geared towards a specific goal in a current environment. So for instance, I did a course on Facebook ads. It would be different from me going to college for marketing, because at the end of the day, that's going to be a broader thing and it's going to be a longer timeline, while a short course on Facebook ads is going to get me directly to a goal with current information. You get where I'm coming from. So I said this to say, you need to get good in a very good amount of time. So you need to get a mentor or invest in paid learning material, or the free ones if that's what you want to do. But at some point you are going to have to put some money in it, but you need to get very, very good. Once you are good, that's when you're going to start extending your services to people. So you don't necessarily have to be like, I'm not sure what your skill is. Like I often draw back to my skill, but let's say you're a carpenter. You probably don't want to be going out there and charging people for work when you're not really experienced. But you after you learn, you do your course or you apprentice with somebody and you've gotten better, then you can say, okay, maybe I'll start offering services. Or to even build up your client base, you can actually go out there and do free work, right? I'm a big proponent of getting, what's that word? Testimonials, not just testimonials, getting like sample work. So if you have to go out there and do a couple of free stuff. So if you're a teacher, if you're like a person that does photography, if you're a musician, like go out there and do like projects or gigs for free to get those initial experience and testimonials. But that's after you've gotten good. I don't want you to be extending your services before you have like that initial practice. I don't want it to be like on you, because you don't want to necessarily leave any bad taste in anybody's mouth. I want you to be at a certain level before you start offering services. And again, I know this video is titled What to Do If You're Broke in Your 20s. It is aimed at entrepreneurs, people that want to be entrepreneurs or have a skill. So even if you're a freelancer, even if you're a coder, the same thing applies, just apply it to coding. So before you go out there and start building or offering to build for big companies, build a few demo programs, offer it out for free to people, learn from somebody, take a couple courses, get a mentor. That's going to help you, so push you kind of further. All right. Have a list in 1 second, guys. I love my list. Remember, I said earlier, all these steps, you have to have your goals. So when you're getting the skill, you set goals towards the skill. So, okay, if you're a programmer, one of the goals could be, okay, I want to be able to write X piece of code by X piece of time, right? If you're looking for a mentor, okay, I want to find a mentor by this amount of time, right? I think I just touched the 2 sections, yeah. Next thing I'm going to tell you to do is network. Networking is extremely important. In fact, it's one of the biggest things that's going to help you in anything you do in life, because it makes no sense to have all this skill and have no net worth. You have to have a huge network of people. I know people might like to say, oh, I'm shy, I don't like to talk to people. Practice talking to people. I'm extremely shy. I'm an introvert. I tell people all the time, I get so like right now, talking to you on this camera is actually a lot easier for me than actually having a conversation. Not with my best friends though. With my best friends, I could talk for hours. But like, I don't like, or it gives me jitters talking to people for the first time. But it's important to do that when you're an entrepreneur or a freelancer. You have to talk to people. You have to get comfortable. Practice. Read books. Talk to yourself in spaces. Like, go up to people and talk. The thing is, we're always bad at things until we get into practice. So if you're not good at networking, then start networking until you get better. And you will notice that it's easier for you to talk to people. Like for me, I still get, kind of butterflies when I have to talk to people, but I'm so much better at it than I was before. And the thing is, I still got to build the network even when I was practicing. So now I have a huge network. And right now I'm building over a network, and it's even easier because it's just like, I have this mode in me that snaps like, yes, you have to go talk, right? So like, get into talking and networking, and don't be afraid. Like, open your mouth and tell people, you know, like, hey, I do this. Hey, I'd love to like help you with this sometime. Hey, let's exchange contacts. Hey, let's talk about ideas. Sometimes even being somebody's friend might be the reason why someone will work with you versus someone else. The next thing I'm going to touch on is learn sales. Like, I used to look down on sales so much, and not look down on it in terms of like thinking it's a bad career, but look down on it in the sense where I thought salespeople were annoying. I think it's very annoying to like call people and stuff like that. But you know what? Here's the reality of it. Sales is one of the most like necessary skills if you're going to be like an entrepreneur or a freelancer. You have to be able to sell people. You have to know sales, because here's the thing. Sales is what like people spend off like emotion, right? And it kind of goes back to networking, because I think networking and sales are kind of similar, because you have to have like this personality where you have to talk to people and stuff like that. And yeah, like I had to realize, okay, if I really want to like take my business to the next level, I have to talk to people. I have to actually like, you know, find out what are their needs and their wants, and then find ways to fulfill that. Like, it's very much like dating to be honest. But you know, it's interesting because you get to meet people and you get to kind of like learn the logic behind like humans and stuff like that. So like, I said this to say, if you have a business, or if you're planning on getting a business, if you're planning on growing a business, you have to learn sales. Even if you don't want to be the salesperson permanently, you need to know, so that when you do get one, you can like tell them, or you can oversee that they're doing the right thing. Because trust me, sales will make or break your business. Like, don't sleep on sales. And then here's the ultimate cheat sheet. I feel like I'm gonna do a video about this on my actual main YouTube channel. So I have a photography YouTube channel, but this is my channel where I just talk. I talk because I can't talk on my photography channel. But this is the ultimate cheat code for every business. I feel like I should probably make a much more detailed one. If you guys like this video, I'll probably do a much longer detailed version of this video. But this is like the ultimate cheat code for every business. And this is actually something I wish I knew before. My camera is dying, so hopefully it doesn't die before I finish this point. But Facebook and Instagram ads are like the ultimate cheat sheet. When I say ultimate cheat sheet, I mean, look in my eyes, the ultimate cheat sheet. Like, the amount of money that you can be making or would be making if you're running ads is insane. Because first of all, it should be obvious to you if you don't already realize, but even the huge companies like Apple, Samsung, whatever, they're always running ads, right? Why are you, as a small freelancer, entrepreneur, whatever the case, is not running ads to push whatever service or business that you're doing? It's silly. It's crazy. No matter how much people you're able to reach by you just randomly reaching out to people, it cannot compare to like Instagram or Facebook or Google or whatever system doing it for you by just sending it out to people. Our phones are listening to us. They know what we like. They know what we're listening to. They know what to offer to us. So you not like using the systems to your advantage is the biggest disservice. I don't know if it's going to still be the biggest, bestest thing when you decide to watch this video, but at this very moment, at the moment I'm putting this video out right now, Instagram and Facebook ads can change your life. They can absolutely change your life. They can kick your business like into full force. And that's not to say, I noticed I put this way down because this is after I taught you about sales and marketing and getting good. But once you have like a baseline business and you already have like baseline stuff and you start getting traffic into that business, you will grow beyond your like wildest belief. Like, anything that you think was impossible can be possible if you invest accordingly. So you learn about those Instagram, those Facebook ads, and trust me, you'll be surprised. Your business will like grow. And I'm not going to go into too much details about that because that's something you have to learn on your own. But I will definitely say that is something that you're almost at the part where your life is going to change. My camera battery is about to die. I had to change my battery just now. So basically, if those Facebook ads or those ads, I emphasize Facebook ads because that's what I'm currently doing. But I think all paid ads will have like a great effect, because I think right now TikTok ads are doing amazing. They're extremely cheap. Google ads are great because they give you targeted people. So a Google ad is going to show up from somebody who's either watching YouTube, which you're doing right now, or somebody who is currently Googling something. So they'll be like, hey, this in my area or whatever. So, and obviously, again, all these programs and websites and software, they know what you're looking for. So they'll find you and they'll find your perfect client. So yeah, paid ads, like paid traffic. Yes, you can always talk your way to people or, network your way, but you are one person and these softwares and algorithms can outmarket you any day. Like AI is crazy. So once you've done that and you've set your goals with your marketing and your ads, and you're gonna have an income goal. For me personally, I had an income goal of $10,000 per month. I'm not gonna confirm or deny where I'm with that goal, but that's an income goal of mine. You can set income goals for yourself as well too. Like you can decide, okay, I want to earn this, and then I'll do this afterwards. So once you hit that income goal, that's where you can start actually looking into other things you can invest into. I don't think you should really try to be doing too much, especially when your business is just growing. But I feel like when you have a business that's really grown to the point where it's sustaining itself, then you can actually start looking into other investment opportunities. So like stocks is a pretty great thing to invest into, especially when you have, a decent amount of income. Forex, it's very risky, but also a great thing to invest into. Real estate, it's safe. Land and like homes, the value always goes up and you can always rent it out and stuff like that. So like basically you just want to pivot all these things, again, every step of the way. You're gonna have a goal, a SMART goal. I'm not gonna go back over what a SMART goal is, go back to the start of the video. But yeah, like with all those steps, if you follow everything I said, I can guarantee, like I am telling you right now, I can guarantee that you will hit whatever income goal you set, and probably a lot faster than I did. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll personally answer you with anything that I can do to help you kind of get to where I wanted to get to. If you enjoy this video, the YouTube algorithm says you're gonna love this video right here.